UBC studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda.
My question is, what is the difference between rental tax and income tax? How comes I'm paying both taxes on my own premises? If you want to have a tin, but you are not making any income from your business, you should take on the obligation to continue filing your nil return.
Commissioner General, to invest in taxation, when people understand taxes and they know the importance of taxes and they know the fair assessment of these taxes they're supposed to pay, I think everybody will embrace taxation.
As banning groupage cargo, clearance protects small traders who cannot afford to import full container loads individually and rely on consolidation to remain competitive. Cargo to come in groupage is consolidation, it's legitimate, and we can't ban it. What we have banned, or what we have stopped, is the use of container leaders. Now, Fiona, the good news I have for you is that among the new tax proposals,
now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887, and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Booza Commissioner.
Live from UBC studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Good morning once again, and good morning to those who are just joining us this very early morning of 9th March 2026. You are watching UBC, and we do come to you live every single day, that is from Monday to Friday, here at Nile Avenue. That is where our headquarters are located. If you're just joining us, it is time for the real. You've missed the first part of the show where we had the local and international stories that have made the headlines this morning, not forgetting the press. But first of all, we do have a poll question for you out there on our account of X, that is at UBC TV Uganda, and it says, in what ways has the world recognized and valued the contributions of women in academia? In what ways has the world recognized and valued the contributions of women in academia? You can voice your thoughts there on our X account or Twitter account, for those of you who are still accustomed to the word Twitter. And of course, you can engage with us as you profile your opinions on 0709, that is 602592. I said 0709 602592, and we shall have to read out your opinions and your own perspectives. We are going to be looking at recognizing women in academia and leadership at this very moment. Now, recognizing and advancing women in academia in Uganda is a critical focus, with initiatives aimed at breaking gender barriers, increasing visibility, and encouraging leadership, particularly in STEM fields. While significant progress has been made through affirmative action, women remain underrepresented in senior academic ranks and leadership. So join us as we dissect into this with our distinguished guest, who is Associate Professor Rachel Mindra Katorogo, who is the acting Deputy Principal for Makerere University Business School. Good morning, Professor.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I've not seen you, and I did not see you yesterday, so I may not be wrong if I say happy belated International Women's Day.
Thank you, and I wish you the same.
How is MOBS?
MOBS is great.
Okay.
Thank you. Good morning, viewers, and thank you, UBC, for having me here this morning. And I think I'm part of the narrative that you're talking about, and that is recognizing women in leadership, and particularly academia. I'm really, really privileged to be here this morning.
Okay, when we talk about leadership in academia, what would an ordinary viewer make sense out of it?
Right. When we talk about leadership in academia, it brings together several dynamics. And when we talk about the academia, we're talking about teachers as leaders, educators as leaders. And in the academia, our biggest strength and focus is around academic growth, supporting young people. I mean, I come from the university space, supporting the young people to realize their value, their competences, their capabilities. Ours is to create knowledge. Ours is to disseminate knowledge, but also ensure that we add value in terms of our young people and the older people. It's a whole diverse community that you're actually uplifting. So leadership in the academia brings together those. How are you building competences? How are you building skills? How are you passing on knowledge? How are you making sure that the communities or the people that you actually groom or support become people of value or contribute to society or change communities, create impact, and sustainably continue to uphold the values that they learn or they carry from the institutions in where we support them. So that is leadership. And for me as a leader, when I see our students, when I see our alumni going to make a difference in the world, going to actually demonstrate the skills and competencies they have earned, that is leadership. Okay. And that is the provision of leadership. And then also supporting teams to grow, supporting teams to work, supporting teams to understand the vision and the mandate of the institution, being the light that guides people to do things as they're supposed to do them, to help people realize their potential, to help people ensure that they execute duty as they expected. And the academia, that is what it is. So when you are a leader in such a space, it is to ensure that all these areas of focus are actually achieved, both strategically, operationally, and also in an impactful manner.
Okay, Professor Rachel, what was your pivotal moment that made you pursue a career in leadership in academia?
You see, Joan, I started my specialization is in banking, finance, and investment.
Wow.
So ideally, that's where I'm trained. So ideally, I saw myself grow in that space, build my career in that space, and that's where I started, but for a very short time. And while I was there, in starting my career in the financial sector, you know, at the university, once you completed your bachelor's degree, I undertook my undergraduate degree at Makerere University Business School. So the practice was to pick up the best students who would then be interviewed and then prepared as teaching assistants to support the low-level teaching, and that's where I started. So when they reached out to me, I was torn in between. But I can tell you, my parents sat me down and said, I think this is good for you. This is a space which will also help you to grow, to start a family, because I was young, I was 23, 24.
Oh, that is when you pursued leadership in academia?
No, that's when I started.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's important to know where it started. So when I get into the teaching space, then I began to look at the academic space differently, because all you did was to support young people,
Okay.
to teach, to learn. You're always at the top of your game. So I started my journey in the academia as an academic staff in the teaching side. But then as I grew in 2016, when I completed my PhD, I was given the opportunity and appointed the head of department. So because I had attained my doctorate, it uplifted me to qualify to start a leadership journey.
Okay.
So that's how I started in 2016 as a head of department. And about 7 years later, I rose up to the position of dean because I had the qualifications. I had also attained the experience in managing and directly supervising people, understanding how systems actually work, and basically understanding the policies and how this institution actually works. So I contested for the position of dean, which I successfully won. And that brings a political dimension to the journey. So as you grow up into the leadership spaces, politics becomes part of the game, right from getting to office, but also understanding how to manage stakeholders, how to play the politics, because you must function, and that is normal. So as dean, I had served 3.5 years, and the opportunity came to apply for the position of acting deputy principal, for which I had the courage and the confidence, and I thought I had what it takes to apply for the position. And then lo and behold, I was found the best candidate. Wow. So as I speak now, I've served, I make 5 months in the office as acting deputy principal. And when I get to this point, I am simply grateful to the institution that believed in me. My supervisor, my boss, the principal of MUBS, Professor Moses Muhwezi, who accepted to mentor me, for him to accept me as his support system, to run the academic side of business at the business school. So my point here, John, is that's my story. I started as a teaching assistant. So I grew through from a teaching assistant to an associate professor. And then I grew from a head of department to a deputy principal. That tells you that it's important to understand the culture of the institution, to be part of the institution, to start from the lowest level, for you to be able to relate, to understand and continue learning from the experiences, but also from the people you interact with. So that's the journey that I could tell the whole day, but I know you
of course, I have a lot for you, because the women out there really want to know. You, speaking of the journey and the motivation, all the 7 years attaining your doctorate, what motivates you? What drives you? What compels you to achieve even further?
You see, there are different motivators I have. But one of the biggest motivators for me is to change the world. And also to inspire and wake up to be that light of women, to show them that even outside, when there is adversity, when there is contextualization, and when it seems like there's no space for women to lead, for women to take on responsibility, execute it with excellence. I want to be that representative that, you know what, you can actually lead, you can be impactful, you can inspire, you can run a family, you can, you know, you can be anything that you want to be. And also to demystify the fact that the misunderstanding of women who are ambitious, women who are focused, women who are principled. You can be all these and also continue to serve very gracefully. So that's my motivation. And then also the fact that I work in a space where we predominantly have young people looking up to us. We have to be the light of these young people. We have to be the light of those young people, whether women, even men. There are men who don't believe in their abilities or their journeys to, you know, to leadership.
Yeah.
So people have to come up to demystify these things. People have to come up to say, we can take control of our spaces. And yet we can do it with humility, we can do it with grace, we can do it with positivity, and also with the rightful motive. So, Joanne, for me, that gets me up. And also my children, to just say that their parents paved a way for them, they're proud of their parents, and they can also look up to us and say that we can even be better. Okay. As I grew up, my parents, and I know they are watching, my dad and my mom, I know they are watching. They're the ones who instilled that motivation for growth, for improvement, for a quality life, for us to lead, for us to go and change and impact the world. It starts from there. Okay. So I wake up every day motivated by those, but also my passion to lead. I've been a leader since I was a child. Okay. So this is probably part of your what DNA. I do, my DNA. So this is part of my DNA. Every time I see that I can contribute to change, to making a difference, to making it better, I'm happy to go there and do what I do best.
Do not forget to go to our X account, that is UBC TV Uganda, and also engage with us as you prefer. Your opinions on 0709-6025-92. In what ways has the world recognized and valued the contributions of women in academia? That is what we are discussing today. You can present your opinions there on our X account. So, Professor Rachel,
yes.
From your submission, I can tell there has been an involvement of your motivations as you rose up to the ranks of now acting deputy principal.
Yes.
What do you think, or in what unique perspective do you feel women bring to the academia leadership that is often underrated?
Well, the conversation has changed, and I think now women are not looked at as underrated, as you put it. But of course, if you look at the bigger picture, where we're coming from, the academia has largely been a men's club. But because of, if I can speak for my institution, and I think many other institutions which have been very, very deliberate about, and thanks to the equal opportunities requirements, today gender equality or women representation in leadership is now not an option. Yeah. It is by law. So that alone has forced institutions to allow women to come to the table. But then also in academia, it is not, you don't get into leadership by being placed because you're a woman. You must, first of all, as you grow in the academia, in the leadership side, you must have a PhD, you know, at the bare minimum. To even begin the conversation at the table, you must have a PhD. So that is a personal journey that you have to take to qualify to begin to sit at the leadership table. So in the academia, I think most institutions now, like MOOBs, have become deliberate on staff development and also opening up doors and opportunities for the gender to compete equally. So you come to the table, compete for a leadership position, not because you're a woman, but because you qualify. So the academia is now not about do you have a PhD, do you have, but it's now, do you have the competences? Do you have what it takes for you to be a leader in an academic institution where you're leading very smart people who have PhDs. I mean, in our institution, we have over 350 PhDs. Wow. And these are the people you're leading. So you must be able to understand, reason with them, and also be able to add value to them, because these are very smart people. Then you have a whole student body. For instance, we have about 25,000 students. And these are students at different levels, from diploma up until graduate level. And all of these are looking at you differently and expecting different, you know, inspirations or additions to their lives when they come to the university for their 2-year, 3-year degrees. Okay. So this issue of women, what do you bring to the table? You will bring a lot, but also as a woman, we bring grace to leadership. We bring a different aura to leadership, you know? Okay. I mean, women were not like men. And we can never be the same. True. So we're supposed to bring the softer side of things, tough love. You know, we can discipline, but in a very graceful manner. Yeah. So we must bring grace to leadership. We must bring inspiration to leadership. Women are intelligent differently. Yeah. So besides having a PhD, being an academic, you also bring that grace to leadership and that brilliance, the God-given brilliance that
I like
that women
the selection
have.
of what the God-given that even men always dispute.
The God-given leadership. But then also we bring the motherly side of things. You see, in the academia, we have both young girls and young boys. So sometimes as a woman in leadership, it's important for you to bring the motherly side of leadership. These young people have challenges. So as a woman, you should be able to bring that kind of parental, motherly side to your leadership, even to our fellow colleagues that we lead. So that is important. Okay. Yeah, so I could go on and on, but I think that is what women really bring to the table of leadership in the academia, and of course, given the nature of the diversity of our leadership ecosystem.
So, Professor, what are the most persistent, subtle challenges or barriers that you have observed or experienced that hinder women from reaching a top-tier leadership, especially in the academia?
Sure. So there are those challenges that are really predominant across leadership. Not even just academia. But, and one is the work-life balance. You know, I am a woman first, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a professional, I am a friend, a sister, a child, you know, all those, and a mentor to many, and a support system. So balancing all those, and also a subordinate, and also a leader. So balancing work and life sometimes may be a bit challenging. At the workplace, you have your whole line of responsibilities laid down for you, and you must execute them with excellence, with detail, with grace, and whatever challenges you're facing, you've got to execute. When it goes down to the home, the social life, you have a home to run efficiently, effectively, you have duties to execute. Because you're married, you must be able to also be faithful and deliberate about that vocation, which is very, very important. And then your social pressures, people expect so much from you, your peers, your friends. Sometimes you can't even have time to meet your friends. Yeah. When you're done with the day, you just want to go home. So to rest, and maybe someone else needs you. Someone in your family, you've not seen your parents in a while, and you must think they understand that you've not seen them in a long time, and yet you think about them. You have your siblings. That work-life balance sometimes can be a bit difficult to manage. But I think when you're very deliberate about it, you're able to get through it and manage it. But also it depends on the nature of the support system that you have.
Okay.
So that is very, very critical. The other challenge, I think, is the cultural orientation about women in leadership.
Yeah,
you know?
the fact that there is not enough gender neutrality when it
Exactly.
comes to academia.
Exactly. So that culture is changing a bit, but you know, culture is culture. Social constructions are there, and they don't just go away. So there are people who still think that my leader shouldn't be a woman. But I think that is old school thinking. Anybody has the capacity to be a leader, and I think the focus should be on what their offering is and the nature of support and leadership they provide. Okay. The other is, of course, acceptance. Okay. Acceptance and change. You see, when you're a new leader, even if people have seen you, I've been in my institution for I'm counting 20 years in November. Wow. Yes. Even when people have been seeing you, they've been working with you, but the moment you become the top tier leader. Exactly. Sometimes it's difficult to be accepted. But those are
as
things,
a woman at that.
I've always tried to avoid saying as a woman. I've always left it as acceptance. But of course, you're right, as a woman, some plays out sometimes. So acceptance, but then you work around it. It's our role as women, as leaders, to recognize these challenges and also recognize that these can be overcome, and also being very deliberate to bring your teams on board them and help them to understand your value proposition and the nature of support that you would like to offer them. Of course, the other challenge is naturally ensuring that you're at the top of your game.
Whether stress, whether you're having mood swings, whether things are not okay at home, whether the kids are sick.
Whether your hormones are playing out.
I know.
You've got to keep it together. So excellence, and for me, excellence is what I wake up to.
And
I don't know anything.
Speak to the ordinary woman there who is striving to be a leader in academia. How are you able to even achieve that excellence amidst all these challenges and barriers? Joan,
excellence starts from the mind.
Okay.
Whether it's mindset, it's your mindset, especially if you're lucky to work in an institution. For instance, the institution I work in, you've been given an opportunity to execute, to lead. Okay. I mean, you can only be, first of all, grateful. But then it's up to you to define how professional you're going to work and what your line of excellence is going to be. So it's about the mind. If you have a task, do it, and do it exceptionally well. Give it time. If you're talking to people, give them time. Talk to them, listen to them. If you have a solution to their problem, solve it. You know? So excellence, if you're showing up, show up nicely dressed. Okay. Look good. You know? Excellence is also the way you present yourself. You know? Excellence is what you say. Do you prepare? You know? Do you prepare for a meeting? Do you prepare for an engagement? Do you prepare for however small it is? Yeah. Show up right and excel at what you do. Okay. But excellence doesn't mean you don't make mistakes. Excellence doesn't mean you take wrong decisions. But excellence is in coming to say, I do recognize the wrong decision and overcome it. Get advice, get consensus, you know? Excellence is in falling and rising up. Okay. In feeling in a bad place and you get out of it quickly. You know?
Speaking of that, yeah. You know, there is a saying, it does not matter how many times you fall, but what matters is how many times you rise. Yes. And looking into some of the comments here, Good morning, Uganda. This is Odaro Vicent from Tororo. Thanks to the guest in the house for her motivational words and encouragement to the women. I have liked your submission. Please continue inspiring other women so that they realize their potentials.
Thank you.
Another comment coming in. Good morning. It is me, JB from Zambia. I love the conversation. It's true what she is talking about. But remember, a man will always inspire you to be what you want to be because of love in the family.
Yeah.
Let me hope your man cooked for you yesterday. To you, Professor. Of course, she spoke into that as she said you need to have a very good support system. Yeah. And yes, more of the comments we shall be getting into them. So, Professor Rachel, how best do you think institutions can help women become high-attained leaders in academia?
Okay. I think before we go to the institution, it's important for women, first of all, you know, it starts with you.
Okay.
It starts with you before you push it out to the institution.
It must not be forced on me. No one must push me.
As a woman, you must believe in yourself.
Okay.
You must develop yourself. You must grow yourself. You must be faithful and genuine, authentic to yourself, you know. You must be deliberate in, you know, keeping healthy, looking after yourself. You must, it starts with you.
Okay.
It starts with you at home, you know. Are you faithful to your duty as a wife, as a mother, as a friend, as a sibling, as a child, you know? I can tell you, before you go into the workplace to demand for space, you must be authentic with yourself and the journey you actually want to take. So institutions build on who you already are and who you present yourself to. Opportunities, I mean, institutions should of course provide opportunities for women to grow in terms of, in the academia for instance, we have a staff development program where...
That is at MOOBS?
At MOOBS. We have a staff development program, very amazing program, and I say kudos to our leadership, the principal of the institution who has been very instrumental in fostering that staff development program. Professor Muhwezi, I hope he is watching, to just say he's been very deliberate on that and the rest of the management team. So creating policies and spaces where women can undertake educational programs that elevate them, professional programs. You know, now institutions have to have daycare, baby care places. This is deliberate effort to support women to grow, to function, and also to grow in their careers and also in their leadership journeys. So institutions need to be very deliberate in policy and that kind of thing.
Okay, Professor Rachel, for the interest of time, please, can we have your parting shots to the viewer there, especially to a woman? What advice would you give her, you as your young self way back, in regards to achieving leadership roles in academia, as we come to a close to this?
Thank you. I think, I don't even think, women should go out, go all out, of course with grace. I mean, a woman will be judged differently. So you must be very careful and deliberate the way you take yourself out there. But just to say, women, we need to take control of our own selves, go out, be ambitious, be grateful for how far you have come in your journey of life, and be the light, because we're the candles of the world. So be the light. Inspire young people, inspire our children. Every day you wake up to be excellent, to contribute to your institution, to your family, to the people that look up to you, but also do it very, very gracefully, but also make it a point to grow. Personal growth, growth in your career, growth in your personal life, and also exercise gratitude and exercise a lot, get a lot of inspiration from whoever you think or wherever you think you can get it from to go and keep your light shining. So,
and thank you so much for accompanying us this morning. You're still watching UBC TV Uganda. We were discussing recognizing women in academia and leadership with Associate Professor Rachel Mindra Katurogo. He is the acting deputy principal, Makerere University Business School. Coming up is a Tourism Express. We have sports, we have business, and we do have the agenda. Keep tuned in to UBC. Good morning.
From UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning. Eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Genshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
My question is, what is the difference between rental tax and income tax? How comes I'm paying both taxes on my own premises? If you want to have a tin, but you are not making any income from your business, you should take on the obligation to continue filing your nil return.
Commissioner General, to invest in taxation. When people understand taxes and they know the importance of taxes and they know the fair assessment of these taxes they're supposed to pay, I think everybody will embrace taxation.
As banning groupage cargo, clearance protects small traders who cannot afford to import full container loads individually and rely on consolidation to remain competitive. Cargo to come in groupage is consolidation, it's legitimate, and we can't ban it. What we have banned, or what we have stopped, is the use of container leaders. Now, Fiona, the good news I have for you is that among the new tax proposals,
Now, you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790 141 887, and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Booza Commissioner.
Brought to you by Uniquely Ours. Explore Uganda.
I welcome you all to Ziwa Rhino Sanctuary. This is the only place in Uganda where you can see white rhinos in the wild on foot. Ziwa is found in the central region of the country, Uganda, Nakasongola district, Nakitoma sub-county. This place started by 2005 after the construction of an electric fence. Though many years ago we used to have over hundreds of rhinos in Uganda, the black and white, but they were all heavily poached and killed during the time of war, 1970s and 1980s. Then 1983 is when the last rhino was seen in Uganda. 1997, when our country, Uganda, was politically fine, it was agreed that was now the right time to bring back rhinos. Rhino Fund Uganda, a non-government organization, was formed up on behalf of the Ugandan government in partnership with Captain Joy Roy, who is the owner of this land. The area was formerly a cattle ranch. So by 2004, this area was chosen as a good feeding habitat for the white rhinos, or breeding habitat. Years back later, in 2001, 2 rhinos were brought in from Kenya, Sorio Ranch, taken to Entebbe Zoo, currently known as the Uganda Wildlife Conservation Education Center, purposely to educate and raise awareness to Ugandans as well visitors about the plight of rhinos. 2004, Ziwa was identified as a special place for breeding the white rhinos, whereby an electric fence was built covering the 70 square kilometers of land. 2005, it was done. Then 4 rhinos were brought in from Kenya, 2 males and 2 females. A year later, in 2006, were joined up by a donation of 2 rhinos, all the way from Disney Animal Kingdom, Orlando Zoo, Florida, found in USA. A total of 6 rhinos settled well here in their new home. In 2009, we got our first baby rhino born. A mother coming from US, and then a father from Kenya. An international baby rhino was born. So we had to name the baby Obama. Ziwa is not only the home of white rhinos, it is also a habitat for so many wildlife. We have a group of antelopes like bushback, waterback, Uganda kob, stetunga, redback, grey common duiker. We have recently introduced in the giraffes, zebras, and Jackson hartebeests. We also have nocturnal animals like leopard, genet cat, African civet. We have leopard, jackal, we have mongoose, honey badger, and so many. With also around 340 species of birds, with a special bird called a shoebill that is not often seen everywhere. So this is all what I can say about Ziwa Rhino Sanctuary. Inside Ziwa Rhino Sanctuary, this is a place that also has accommodations. If you want to track a rhino early in the morning hours, you can book a lodge. We have 2 separate lodges. We have Ziwa and then Amuka Lodge. So at Ziwa Lodge is found at the reception or the headquarters of the sanctuary. So when you reach here and you have made a booking, we have staffs that can actually look after you, take you to where you're supposed to be. We also have the chalets. Those are very nice lodges with a swimming pool. There's also a campsite for the campers that would like to camp. That also has a very nice view for animals, like in the evening hours. Most of the antelopes do come on the compound. So if you book at Ziwa Rhino Lodge, you'll get a good experience of seeing so many wildlife. Thank you for listening. Welcome to Ziwa Rhino Sanctuary.
Brought to you by Uniquely Ours. Explore Uganda.
It's the moment for Good Morning Uganda Business. Welcome back from Tourism Express that is proudly brought to you by the Uganda Tourism Board. Now, starting off with news from our agricultural sector. Sugarcane farmers in Amayengo district have appealed to government over delays in licensing a CN sugar factory. The chairperson of the CN Sugarcane Outgrowers Association, that is Isabiriye Twalike, says farmers say the stalled factory operations do affect their businesses. Here is the report.
The area, the chairperson Disgruntled farmers meeting at Banda Primary School in Namayingo district have discussed frustrating investors and threatening the future of industrialization in the area. The chairperson of the CN Sugarcane Outgrowers Association, Isabelle Twaliki, says farmers' concerns have received no response.
The people's livelihood is at stake. When we received the CN, we got a sigh of relief because our people were to get job opportunities, so their livelihood would be assured. But now, an investor from Bugiri is fighting an investor in Namayingo. And our dismay, government is also listening. Instead of treating these two investors fair.
The establishment of the sugar mill had reduced cases of sugar smuggling and illegal gold mining in the area, whereby delays in granting CN Sugar Factory permission to resume operations could push residents into risky activities.
The only investment ever is the factory. It is now being blocked. Sugar Council, listen to the voice of the President and grant the final license for CN Sugar to operate. Abantu abena Namayingo, we are saying no to relocation of CN Sugar.
Last year, while meeting sugarcane farmers in Mayuge district, President Yoweri Museveni directed the third Deputy Prime Minister, Lukia Isanga Nakadama, to present the matter of the stalled CN Sugar Factory to the cabinet, although no resolution has been reached.
So we are here to appeal the Sugar Council. As now, the Sugar Council now has powers to license all mills in Uganda. We just appeal the Sugar Council not to hear words, not to see letters from different factories talking about CN. We want clearance because our sugarcane is ready. We don't have where to sell our sugarcane.
We have been struck down for almost 6 months. We have already invested 25 million, Your Excellency.
The other two factories?
No, I'm from CN Sugar.
Another one?
CN Sugar Namayingo. The same which the farmers were talking about.
Oh, okay. The minister will bring it up.
Okay, Your Excellency.
Benon Mokwaya, UBC News.
Thank you, Mokwaya. Now, moving on to the bid in improving the livelihoods of Ugandans. Enterprise Uganda has urged beneficiaries of the parish development model to properly utilize the funds to improve household incomes and livelihoods. Now, the call was made by the Director General of Enterprise Uganda, Charles Ochichi, who says proper guidance and financial discipline are key if Ugandans are to benefit from the government program launched in 2022. Let's have a look at this call.
Government injected more than 139 billion shillings in eastern Uganda under the initiative aimed at lifting households out of poverty.
I speak today on the subject of public resources being put to empower communities to be economically independent.
Ochichi says beneficiaries receiving 1 million shillings under the scheme must invest the money in productive ventures to ensure they are able to repay and grow their incomes.
The platform has enabled disbursement of resources to millions of Ugandans by pressing of a button.
Ochichi also notes that many youth remain unemployed and should take advantage of the government programs to start small businesses.
And I'm making that assumption that you have crossed the line, you are sweating. The point is you got the money. Did you make the saving and reinvestment? If you didn't do that, this battle is unfinished. Whatever you sold, you more than consumed. That will never make you get financially included. No matter how much you have gotten from a very, very affordable resource from government, affordable and easy to access. Those
Presidential Investment Roundtable member Dr. Maggie Chigozi has urged Ugandans to shift focus from politics to income-generating activities.
I would encourage all my Ugandans, let us now work. Let us now work. Those of us who still want to stand for the next election, let us begin to prepare. But we have time, we have 5 years.
Benon Mukwaya, UBC.
Financial inclusivity going on over there now. In regards to our cooperative news, residents of Buyanja sub-county in Rukongiri district are encouraged to save and invest in Buyanja Sacco as the cooperative introduces new strategies to strengthen its financial capacity. The Sacco has begun paying interest on members' fixed deposits, savings and shares. Let's look at this report.
The SACCO's General Manager Olive Nayebare says the initiative is intended to grow the institution's internal capital base and reduce reliance on external borrowing.
So I want to encourage all our members to patronize their SACCO, to come and buy more shares, to increase on their shares. I want to encourage them to come and do savings. Let them bring their money and fix with us because we have increased on our interest rate on fixed deposits, so that can boost on the income that they are going to earn.
They will also help the SACCO continue offering affordable loans to members in this area.
Once our members grow their own capital base through the share capital they purchase, through increasing their savings, it will support the SACCO not to go for external borrowing. And that ordinarily means that the institution will be using its own member capital base that is within the SACCO.
So going forward, we continue to build the capacity of these SACCOs, the board, the management, and also sensitize the members on the essence of having more shares, or on the essence of being able to generate reasonable surplus at the end of each period, so that they're able to grow their own equity, which equity will enable the SACCO to grow in the long run.
Local leaders say many SACCOs face challenges.
The appetite for loans is high, and because of having low capital base, we feel there is a need that we make more aggressive mobilization to get more money for carrying out our business.
If the members who are supposed to save don't save, if members don't buy shares, of course, that the high demand for borrowing, there is no way the institution will get money to fund those who want to borrow.
Buyanja Sacco is in community mobilization and financial literacy training for residents to borrow and invest productively.
Keep on educating the membership and also the board and the management to continuously educate their membership on this issue of patronage, such that the SACCOs are able to grow their own equity. This enhances their sustainability in the long run. And remember, the money that belongs to the SACCO is its core working capital. And when they are using their own money, they are able to avoid these unnecessary costs, especially borrowing costs.
Benon Mukwaya, Muhumu Zambros, UBC.
Let's now take a quick look at the forex rates as they sold on 6th March 2026, commencing with the US dollar that is buying at 3,684.54 and selling at 3,694.54. By midday, the dollar was buying at 3,674.91 and selling at 3,684.91. And the Great British Pound, of course, it was buying at 4,904.53 and selling at 4,918.24, while the euro by midday it was buying at 4,258.48 and sold at 4,272.28. The Kenyan shilling there bought at 28.44 and sold at 28.54. And the Tanzanian shilling bought at 1.40 and sold at 1.43, while the South African rand bought at 220.68 and sold at 221.37. That is what we had for you in our Good Morning Uganda Business. Coming up is the agenda. Thank you for accompanying us. Good morning.
Pick of the day on UBC. Was brought to you by
I'll call you every day, yeah, yo, can now get all the chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000 or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21 hash and select daily or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Genshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
My question is, what is the difference between rental tax and income tax? How comes I'm paying both taxes on my own premises? If you want to have a tin, but you are not making any income from your business, you should take on the obligation to continue filing your nil return.
Commissioner General, to invest in taxation. When people understand taxes and they know the importance of taxes and they know the fair assessment of these taxes they're supposed to pay, I think everybody will embrace taxation.
As banning groupage cargo, clearance protects small traders who cannot afford to import full container loads individually and rely on consolidation to remain competitive. Cargo to come in groupage is consolidation, it's legitimate, and we can't ban it.
And the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday